Didn't realize there was a queue to play these games. Hello and welcome to Ratchet and Clank, a series which I am familiar with only from the most modern entries. Which I guess is heretical to some, because I know a lot of people don't think very highly of the 2016 remake of this game, but that was my first exposure to the Ratchet and Clank franchise. Wow, okay, I guess I'll press start to begin so I don't accidentally play the the demo screen, or the attract screen, if you will. Anyway, I played the 2016 remake in 2017. I got it 2016, but I didn't get around to playing it until the new year of 2017, and I really loved it. I don't know that I would, because like I said, a lot of people don't like it all that much. Maybe if I played this game before that, I would have also hated it, but as a first-timer going into the series, I had a lot of fun. It was a great time, and I loved it enough to the point where it made me want to play Rift Apart, which came out in 2021, and I have a very nostalgic attachment. Well, maybe not attachment. I look back very fondly upon the 2016 game, because I was playing that my freshman year of high school, so that was very, very fond memories of that era of my life, and playing this game. Or this game, by this game I mean the 2016 remake. So that's a nice little spot in my history. And then Rift Apart, nostalgia is probably the wrong word for how I feel about playing that game, but it was one of the games I went to for relief while I was editing my Danganronpa 3 series. So I would just crank away editing Danganronpa 3 stuff, and then I would get a short 30-minute to 1 hour break to record Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. So yeah, the short version of all this is that I haven't played many Ratchet and Clank games. I've only played the 2016 remake and Rift Apart, but I've really enjoyed them both. I would downright say I loved playing them both, in spite of a few issues I have with both of them. And I'm excited to see, because I've always wanted to go back and look at, if nothing else, at least the first game, just to see what changed, to see how, because like I said, people aren't Ratchet and Clank fans at large seem to look down upon the 2016 remake, so I'm curious to see what changed. I know the story is, like, not even remotely close to being the same thing across both games. I know that the story for the 2016 remake is basically just the movie story, except worse, because it's chopped up into a bunch of fragmented cutscenes from the movie, which don't really work if you don't see all the in-between bits that link those cutscenes together, and then it's all spread out, or it's the spaces between those are filled up with very static shots of people going, oh, hashtag Gadgetron, and then, are we looking at the next Skid McMarks here? So, yeah, I believe this game, the story of this game is a lot more interesting, and, well, a lot better than that, but real quick, I'll just jump into the options to see what I can, okay, just language and sound, that's fine, we'll just leave that there. Let's just get in, let's begin. Wow, I've not seen the PlayStation 3 UI in a very, very long time.
Final step, attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
That's nice. Because in the 2016 remake, that whole section was a very, very tonally disjointed and jarring chase sequence that you actually had to play through to get out of the ship in one piece. Oh, that's the other thing. I just remembered. Captain Quark narrates the entire goddamn game, and it's really annoying. It seems he does not do that here, which is greatly appreciated. Also, I see we're doing a Sonic Adventure 2 thing where, since some cutscenes are pre-rendered and some are in-engine, some will take up the full widescreen 16:9 and some will... Ooh. Okay.
Help Desk. We're here to offer you advice during your interplanetary travels. The Help Desk is a free service provided by Gadgetron Corporation.
So, the camera controls, can I change... I wish you gave me these options in the main menu, but at least they're here now. Okay, so... The way I like to do, my preferred options for camera controls with platforming games is that if you push left on the right stick, it'll do what this game does, which is turn the camera to the right. And I guess technically this is there are platforming elements to this game, but this is also primarily a third-person action shooter game, and when I need to be able to aim, when I need to aim weaponry, I want to be able to pull left on the stick and look left, so... We're gonna go ahead and reverse that. I think that'll do what I want it to do. And also subtitles. Definitely want those on. Alright. Now that's more like it. That's more like it. I was very nervous for a moment there, but this is... Now we're right on track. Okay. So here on Veldin, looks vaguely similar. It's a bit more of a desolate wasteland than it does in the 2016 remake. The 2016 remake makes it look a bit more hospitable, or as a place to live than this does. This kind of reminds me more of I don't want to mess up the name. I can't remember. It's not Rilgar. It's the planet where you have this really annoying ass mission where you fly around on a jetpack and you have to destroy a million gajillion brains. That's... Whatever planet that is, that's escaping me right now. That's kind of what the aesthetic, at least looking off in that direction, kind of reminds me of. But, nothing, it's just... Yes, I know a little bit about some of the things that were changed between the original and the remake. For instance, planet Battalia is a snow world in the remake, but it isn't a snow world in the original because it's a different snow level that was cut from the remake, so they just converted an old level into a snow... converted a different level into a snow level, and cut the original snow level, I guess, is what happened there. Ah, hi there. Nice knowing you. Yeah, so I've heard tale that the PS3 remastered version of the original PS2 games is a bit jank, but that's the version I'm stuck playing, and I can already kind of... Oh, didn't mean to walk off the edge there. Aha. All the way back here, huh? Alright. That's fine. At least it keeps my bolt counter. So as I was saying about the whole PS3 version being jank thing, currently, the only thing I can immediately tell that might be a little disorienting, and something that might bother literally only me and nobody else, is the fact that some of the introductory cutscenes were pre-rendered, obviously, because, for one, they looked more compressed and they looked, well, pre-rendered. They didn't look like they were running in-engine, but also the aspect ratio was 4:3 as opposed to 16:9, so some cutscenes will be in-engine, real-time, they'll be full-screen, 16:9, some will be pre-rendered, 4:3. Is that a big deal? No, but it's still going to annoy me a little bit. But I can manage. And then the other thing that I can logically assume will happen as an extension of that problem is that some cutscenes that were previously never intended to be in 4:3 in-engine might end up showing some things on the edges of the screen that were never intended to be seen by the viewer, or the player. So that might be somewhat distracting, but so long as the gameplay is intact, so long as the core gameplay is fine, I think we'll be alright. Although I am noticing a little bit of screen tearing. I don't know if that's showing up on the recording. I also don't know if that's just I don't think it's my TV, because I've never had that problem with anything else. But, and it's not frequent. It's very rare that it happens, but it has happened enough times to the point where I've noticed that it's happening. So, I guess I'll manage. And cutscene time. Hey, buddy.
interesting.
Guy!
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no
I guess
longer
subtitles don't
able to
apply
planet.
to pre-rendered
But
cutscenes.
I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cut!
And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal.
I probably should have, if not replayed the 2016 remake, at least watched the cutscenes again so I could
This could be
have a
problem.
better understanding of,
Take care of it.
of the differences between the two and be able to more accurately call them out.
This is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this madness now!
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
Okay, so the only major ding I have against this so far is that I really am not a fan of the fact that the subtitles only seem to apply to in-game cutscenes and not the pre-rendered stuff. I imagine that's probably a symptom of the PS3 remastering, but still annoying nonetheless. Anyway, yeah, the story, because I really do need to, probably should have taken a look back at the remake in order to properly compare these two, but I seem to remember their initial introduction being a lot more expedited than that. Like, they just immediately become the bestest of friends immediately without much consideration. This felt a lot more natural of an introduction. They're not, I wouldn't call these two friends yet. They're more just like, hey, I can help you and you can help me. Let's help each other. And then they do. Whereas, again, my memory of the 2016 story is very faded because it's been so long. So I'm pretty sure I've only ever played through the remake once. Maybe I might have started playing it again a second time, but didn't get very far in it. I should play it again because they updated it to actually run at 60 FPS now on PS5, so I really should give it another shot. But as for now, I've only played it the one time, so my memories are a little hazy, but I believe a lot of stuff regarding... Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure Ratchet and Clank don't actually have, you know, characters in that game, except for, I guess Ratchet has the whole I want to be a hero thing, like you've seen in every movie and game that's ever existed ever. I want to be the big galactic ranger hero, yay. Whereas this game doesn't seem to have that at all. He's more just like, just a guy living on a planet, wants to get off the planet, and so now he's gotten off the planet. And that's a bit more down to earth, like, yeah, he's just a dude living his life. Seems more, I guess the 2016 one seems a little more, maybe not kid-friendly, but more mainstream-friendly as for the typical hero's journey 3 action thing that it's trying to go for. But, okay, so right there again. A little bit, it was only quick, it was for like a second. Not even that, it was like for a frame or two. But the screen did have a little bit of tearing there. I don't know if that showed up in the video or if it's just on my screen. But either way, it is a thing that is happening and it's kind of annoying. But nothing too major. Okay, so I think there was something on this planet in the remake about some guy's son we were trying to protect. I think before I record the next episode, I think I'm actually gonna go look back at my old Let's Play of this game so I can speak with some level of understanding and competence regarding the story of the 2016 remake without just being like, I think that might happen. I'm pretty sure there's a possibility that maybe this happens in that game, but I don't know. I only played it once 7 years ago. So, yeah, maybe I'm not the best person. I have much stronger memories of Rift Apart than I do of the 2016 remake. Oh, but I guess the other thing I wanted to mention, the opening section on Veldin was a lot more natural as well, because in both the 2016 remake and the Rift Apart, the tutorial is very, very transparently a tutorial, to put it lightly. It's like, hey, this is the training ceremony for Galactic Rangers, or this is a celebration of all Ratchet and Clank's adventures. Defeat these baby easy enemies.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's Robo Shack, it's Quarktastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Quark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, your chairman shipliness.
Gadgetron infobots give you coordinates for new planets. You should press the select button to bring up the map and go to your ship. It's marked with a star.
So in Rift Apart, like, hey, look at this memory lane of all the many adventures you've had over the years, and then it's a show, it's a ceremony show put on for the sake of entertainment, so it's very transparently tutorial. Now Rift Apart isn't as bad because Rift Apart does actually get you into proper combat against real enemies pretty quickly, and it's a really nice tonal introduction to the game. But in 2016, it is literally just enter the baby arena where you smash boxes and throw your wrench at a thing to open a door or whatever. And that's about all there is to it, so yeah, it's I like that there's no strict this is the tutorial section of the game. It's just, hey, look, there's there's a ship that crash landed over there. Go get to that destination. And then that's all there is to it. So that's nice. But beyond that, I don't really have I need to or not replay, but go back and look at my old LP of the 2016 game, so I have a better understanding of what's going on. Also, is that it for Novalis? Like, can we just leave right now? Because there was more to it in the remake. Metropolis. Oh, Kerwan. Okay, I was confused for a second there. They were talking about Metropolis and was like, wait, did I accidentally hit a? Okay, good. I thought I accidentally pressed X to go to the next location. I did not mean to do that. Thankfully, I didn't. But they mentioned. Oh wait, do I have enough to get the flamethrower? I do. All right, let's do it. Pyrocitor, which I believe I just referred to as the flamethrower in the remake, because that's all it was. It's the flamethrower. Okay. So how do I equip the flamethrower? I guess it's just equipped by default. Cool. This is all I need. This is all I need for the time being. I am fine with this. Okay, so there was a whole section back here. I guess I can probably just walk in here of my own volition, and I don't need... I guess because the game doesn't explicitly tell you where all the side content is, it's just here for you to discover on your own, which is... alright, that didn't go according to plan. Where we... the camera freaked out there for a moment. Try that again. Because in the 2016 remake, it's very explicit with, this is the mandatory path. This is the optional path. And I think that's a point of criticism. A lot of people... Oh my god. It's gonna take me some time to get used to the platform controls of this. A lot of people don't like that in the remake, it explicitly tells you, this is an optional quest you can take. Or, this trespasser puzzle is optional. Or, this planet isn't where you actually have to go, but you can do it if you want to. Whereas in the original, as it seems to be the case, the side stuff is just there for you to discover if you want, but it's not... It's like the game's not going to tell you where you actually have to go. It's up to you to figure out for yourself what's optional, what's mandatory. And I guess to a certain extent I can see why someone would be frustrated by just being provided that information. But on the other hand, the problem that I usually run into in games is that I struggle to figure out, okay, is this where the game is this going to lock me into story stuff, or is this where all the secret collectibles are? Because far too often it'll be like, I wonder what's down this doorway, and then I'll end up getting trapped into a story cutscene, and I'll be unable to backtrack into the previous section. So, I appreciate it when games tell me, hey, if you want to continue with the story, go here. If you want to find some side stuff, go literally anywhere else. But I guess it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. Ratchet had I don't know if it was a parental figure. I don't know if it was, I don't think he was actually related to him, but it was, I forget his name, which I guess goes to show how much of a character he really was, but the guy, Ratchet was a mechanic working in a garage, and there was some guy he was living with, and it was very, very by the books. Like, the uncle wants him to just be the mechanic in the shop, but Ratchet has dreams of being a Galactic Ranger or whatever. That, the more because I mean, when the story as presented by the Ratchet and Clank 2016 game felt very by the books and very safe, and I assume that the same is true of the movie. Whereas this game, I wouldn't so far I wouldn't say this is like some revolutionary story that's breaking the mold, but it so far isn't strictly following the tired old tropes that you would come to expect of a of a story like this as presented by the events of the movie in the cutscenes of that game. Because I haven't actually seen the Ratchet Clank movie. I still have not watched the Ratchet Clank movie, but I feel like I may as well have watched the Ratchet Clank movie because from what I understand, the story of the game is just taking cutscenes from the movie, and then that's it.
Look, plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Quark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows two weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
Buy infobot for 500 bolts. Sure.
Geronimo!
Did he just slide down a sewer pipe?
Mayday, mayday! This is the solar ship Radical. We seem to be under attack from the...
Oh no, is this... Are we looking at the next skin McMarks here?
Fireworks display. Probably in your honor.
Whoa! That was close! Ah!
Pipe down, I can't concentrate.
But we've been hit!
An unexpected detour. When we land, I'll see if I can scare up an exhibition for you.
We're not gonna live that long!
Kid, let's M-screen!
Eject! Eject!
Did you see that guy on the left? That was Skid McMarks.
Does he know Captain Quark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say. I've never seen him look so freaked out.
Infobot for planet already acquired. Yeah, so far I recognize all this. These locations are all pretty much in line with what I remember of the I keep wanting to say the original, because to me it's like, I get that for probably most of you watching this was the game you grew up with, this was the game you played when you were a kid, and this is like, this is to you what the 2016 remake was to me, because I never played this game, but I do have nostalgic memories of playing the 2016 remake, so that was my introduction to the franchise. So I keep wanting to say the original, even though obviously it's not, it's the remake, and this is what came first, but it's just, another instance of screen tearing in the middle of the screen there. I'm gonna try to call it out whenever it happens, so hopefully, if it shows up on the recording, you can see it as well. But, yeah, I was a little thrown off with the Metropolis thing, because I only recognized Metropolis as, like, the name of which I remember being Planet Kerwan, and it turns out it is that, it's just they label it as Metropolis as well here. Okay, one thing I want to check out before we leave, I think there was also something back here, I believe, and the only reason I remember there being something back here is because I can never forget Captain Quark saying, "Try as he might, Ratchet could not breathe underwater for the 11 millionth goddamn time." So I'm pretty sure there's something hidden in here that requires me to do a swim. Could be wrong, but I guess we'll find out. Let's have a little look around before we call the video off, because we're gonna end the video on this planet, and then tomorrow we'll go explore, I guess. Because if I want to keep it in line with my my original LP, I would go to Kerwan next, and then after that we go to Rilgar. But then again, I don't know if I actually want to do that, or if I want to do because obviously Planet Aridia is the side story of the Skid McMarks thing, whatever. Whereas Kerwan is where we actually need to go to meet Captain Quark. So, yeah, it's gonna be, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll decide tomorrow what planet we're gonna go to next. And is that all there is here, or is there more? Because I seem to remember there being more. Maybe there is more, I just need to swim. Yeah, there's probably something through here. Let's move. So hopefully I can move quick enough to where I don't drown. Alright. Any cool secrets waiting for me? There's some boxes up here. What can I find inside the boxes? I can find some bolts, I guess. Alright, looks like there may not be anything super special hidden here after all. Or perhaps there is. Nope, this is just a pool. It is just a pool. Yep, I'm really curious now to go look back at my original LP and see what it actually see what it looks like compared to this, because I recognize the main thing here, or the main mission, is pretty much exactly what it was in the 2016 remake, which is I recognize the area where you float down on the elevator, that opening section going across the bridge, talking to the guy and getting information on Captain Quark and all that. That's all perfectly in line with what I remember, and even climbing up the section and talking to that guy up there is pretty much the same. This cave is the only thing I'm a little iffy about. But the other thing is that I guess I'll get my thoughts on the whole thing so far once we get to the end, which I think is probably here. Yeah, that'll be a wrap for now. I might have missed something. I might have missed some cool secrets, but this seems like a pretty relative. This is about. I honestly remember this being bigger. I don't know why, because everything we've done in this level is exactly what I remembered us doing in the 2016 remake, which is going down there, over the bridge, around that section, down here, talking to that guy, going up there to talk to the guy up there, and then you get the infobot, and then the little secret cave back there. I guess for some reason, I thought it was bigger in my head. Maybe because I conflated it with Planet Kerwan. I don't know. Anyway, so, thoughts on the game so far, because we're going to leave that here, and we'll come back tomorrow for either Kerwan or Iridia. I haven't decided yet. There's this already, gameplay-wise, it's pretty much exactly the same as what I remember. It's just, honestly, I was a little worried that it might be a little jankier with controls, like it might not be as smooth as the more recent games, but it's really smooth. There's a little stutter with the camera turning, like it's not completely responsive with turning the camera, but beyond that, the platforming takes a little getting used to with how he actually moves, but that's just the difference between the games, not anything to its detriment. So, I'm impressed with the controls, I'm impressed with the movement and the camera and all that. My only real ding against it so far is I just don't like the subtitles not showing up for pre-rendered cutscenes. I don't know why that's the case, but it is, and it's kind of annoying. Writing-wise, I try to talk about it as much as I could as we go along. I'm gonna really... The mistake I made here is not looking at my old LP before we do this, before I recorded this video, because, man, oh man, I really wish I could have a more comprehensive comparison for you for the first game versus for this game versus the 2016 remake. But one thing I can say with confidence is that there's a lot more personality and life breathed into this game's dialogue. It's a lot snappier, it's a lot wittier, it's much faster paced. That dialogue, because I don't even remember the dialogue from the original, or I said it again, from the 2016 remake. Except that there's this really stupid joke where Captain Quark's like, and then they were attacked by a dinosaur or whatever, and then all the characters stare at the camera and there's a dinosaur roar, and then it's like, that didn't happen, and it's like, ugh, peak comedy. And I don't think it bothered me when I was a kid, when I played this in high school. I don't think it really got on my nerves all that much. I was just kind of like, because I wasn't really here for the story anyway, I was here for the gameplay, and I really love the gameplay. But if you asked me in the moment, like if you asked me, was that dumb or did you like that? I'd be like, yeah, that was kind of dumb, but I don't really care. So, actually, I can detect that Ratchet and Clank have personalities beyond Clank saying, I am Clank, this is Ratchet. I am Clank, this is Ratchet. And Ratchet saying, I want to be a galactic ranger. And that's it. That's my entire personality. Nothing else. So yeah, I'm really liking the way the writing is so far. I'm also liking that because in my original Let's Play, it took me 36 minutes to get out of Planet Veldin, and then another 28 minutes to get out of Planet Novalis. So they've gotten you into the action way quicker, because in this episode is also 36 minutes long, but we've gotten through Planet Veldin and Planet Novalis in much faster time. Now, of course, part of that's due to the fact that the 2016 game has the Quark, or the Clank chase sequence, which I don't really think you need. I don't think that helped it out at all, and I'm kind of glad it's not here. But just generally, this got you into the action a lot quicker. You very quickly got off Veldin and got onto Novalis, and we're in the adventure ready to go already. Whereas the first game felt a lot more drawn out. You had the whole stupid training sequence with the Galactic Rangers thing and that whole tutorial. You had the introductory thing where you're spinning around the wheel in the garage for tutorial purposes, and then you had the what else even was that? I'm trying to. Because I know that there was a section at the end of Planet Veldin where you have to go back after meeting Clank, and obviously there's the Clank chase sequence, and then you fight your way back to the garage. And I don't know. I just think that this has done a much better job of quickly getting me into the action. Oh, and of course it goes without saying, obviously the newer game looks better, but that's to be expected. And honestly, I'm really impressed with how this looks. Like this, for a PS2 game, this looks really pretty. It's got a nice. It clearly has a lot of personality breathed into the color palette and the art style. The only thing I'm a little iffy on is the character models. Clank looks fine, Ratchet looks alright, but, whatever his name is, Chairman Drek, is like, eh. Some of the NPCs are like, eh. But beyond that, honestly, I'm really surprised with how good this looks, considering it's a 2002 game. So yeah, that's, I guess that's my thoughts on this. Also, I might just be blind, but is my air meter supposed to be stuck on the right side of the screen? Or is that a glitch? I feel like that shouldn't be there when I'm above water, but who knows. So yeah, in conclusion, I really like this. I'm looking forward to playing more. Not that I expected, like, I never had any doubt that I wouldn't enjoy playing this, but I'm excited, because I'm curious to see how it's going to compare to the 2016 remake. By the end of this, I don't think I'm going to think any less of the 2016 remake than I already do, because the 2016 remake is really fun, and from what I can tell based on this, it mainly has all the level design intact, so it's going to be as good as this is. It's just that I believe this is going to have more to it, with like more levels and all that, and of course the story will be probably way better. So while I don't think I'll look down upon the 2016 remake any more than I already do, because I think I enjoy that game, like I said earlier, I am still looking forward to seeing how the two games compare to each other and all that changed across the two. So maybe I can finally understand why the remake wasn't very palatable and wasn't very satisfying to longtime fans of the franchise. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the game so far. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Ratchet and Clank. Goodbye.